Good evening, April 10th, 2025. It's been a while since I've been here. A couple chats. Hope you're having a great week and soon to be weekend. We're supposed to get some storms for this weekend, and I still have not emptied out the rain barrel from the last rain we had. So just a couple things I want to talk about. One is I've done some traveling, and I want to talk just a little bit on that. Something happened during my travels, and it's sort of a highlight, I guess, while traveling. I sat all the way in the back of the airplane, and it seems like it's undesignated seats right now. I'm sitting in the back, and I sit next to a man. It's a little older. He looks like a runner, pretty fit and very thin. So I'm sitting next to him, and Southwest. I love Southwest. I've flown it a few times. Only have great things to say, and yeah, they're very timely. This one episode where there was luggage for 10 minutes, I would say. The flight attendants were sorting out luggage, and some of the bag, like my luggage, were busting out, so it was harder to get into the compartment up top. And you see one flight attendant, this female was climbing over the seat, and she was standing on the armrest. So God only knows where her shoes have been. And we customers, we just plop our armrests right there over someone's soles that have been stepping over the armrest. Anyway, needless to say, she stuffed the luggage in. But this other flight I took, they're finagling all the luggage. And I'm thinking, gosh, when are we going to fly out? Are they going to make it on time? Somehow, after several flight attendants were sorting out the luggage, we made it right on time, the fly out. I think it was 10 minutes they were sorting this through, but you know how it goes with the luggage. If it's not in that section, they're going to have to move it somewhere else. So you may not know where your luggage is. You're getting off the plane, you're like, gosh, where's my luggage? But anyway, back on this one flight, it was a layover, and this man is in the air. We got talking, and we were talking more and more. I mean, the whole way through, I think we were chuckling. We were talking about movies. We were talking about, the Seinfeld episode. We were talking about how he watches those. I was talking about someone else I sat next to and just kind of glanced over, and they were watching The Office. So I like that show. I've watched it even on some of the reruns. I haven't watched all of them, but these are older shows. I mean, reruns, right? So there's something in the scripts that's really good that people just keep coming back to. So we're talking about actors. We're talking about how I had mentioned my dad knew, I think it was Danny DeVito, unless it's Joe Pesci. So I know Joe Pesci was in With Honors. That's one of the movies I've seen quite a bit. I like the storyline in there. And good old Brendan Fraser and Maura Kelly, who we don't even see anymore in movies. So I hope she makes a comeback and gets in some movies. I think she's an underrated actress where she could play more roles. One of the more, I would say, thought-provoking and intelligent actresses. So we're talking about the man I was sitting next to. We're talking about, I think, Danny DeVito. He knew my dad, unless it was Joe Pesci. I may have it wrong. I think it was Danny DeVito. And his wife was a hairdresser. So my dad told me that when he started in Hollywood, he told my dad, why don't you come out with me? You know, come out to Hollywood with me and let's get this going. And my dad just took a totally different route. Okay, so back on this man, we're talking and laughing, cutting up, and I mean, it went by so fast. I think it was only an hour and a half, a little more on the flight. Meanwhile, the woman next to me on the right was sleeping. She had this big old blanket, and she's sleeping. And I said to to the man, we're not going to let her sleep. And we were saying, yeah, she's in the wrong row. Because we kept laughing, and we're probably the loudest ones on the plane. Finally, the plane landed. It was a very smooth landing. Okay. The woman gets up, and then we're laughing more because I asked her, how was your nap? Were you even able to sleep? And I saw her sleeping, and I was trying to be considerate, you know, while I'm talking to this man, and she's napping beside me. She says, yeah, I did get to sleep some. And I told her again, well, you picked the wrong row. We're going to let you sleep. Unlike the other people reaction, after the airport, I was sitting outside the luggage claim on the bench, and the woman was maybe 2 feet next to me. Okay, her phone was right here. And I was just here. So I just asked her, how's it going for you? And she just kept at her phone like that. Didn't say anything. I thought, okay, maybe she didn't hear me. She was a little distracted. So I asked her again, how's it going? Same thing. She would not budge. She was just on her phone. And I just thought, okay, whatever. She's not into conversing or being friendly. I'm just saying this because it just seems like so many people are into their phones now. And the young people, they don't want to talk. You know, make convo. And even if you say something, a lot of them don't understand context anymore. You know, you say something simple or a joke, it's just a look up on the phone. What does that mean? No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying. It's just, this is becoming our crisis where people aren't talking to each other. You know, and God forbid, I guess if you're dating, to actually have convo and not be texting or, you know, how much to say. And so I really hope this comes back where people can just be people. That this tech is taking over. And disrespect. You know, people just, everything is instant. Even for me, I've got to watch, even on social media, and jiggle wiggling is what I call it. Looking up things and just taking a breath and smelling the roses, doing things besides tech stuff and checking on things. But I thought that was just kind of blunt, where that woman, she was a little older than me, and she wouldn't even smile. Like, I was just like, what? It was totally the opposite to the man that was sitting next to me on the plane cutting up. So that's that story. Onward. Another thing that happened in the last 2 weeks, and that was store away food. Well, this was back in 2020. Switching gears, we decided to have very little shop, you know, save up for the week and pay towards credit cards or what have you. Nothing fun. But I take the store away food. Okay, my husband bought into it. Okay, I won't buy extra food and buy the lasagna ingredients again, which he's been, and you saw on the channel when I talked about the lasagna last time, something idiotic that I did. Well, something else I did with the food ordeal. So this was pork, okay, seasoned pork and garden vegetables, like green beans. It might have been red pepper, broccoli from 2020. Okay. I cooked the food in our new air fryer, which I had turned on and it wasn't on for like 15 minutes. And here I thought I was able to cook the rice, and it was not done because I didn't know how to turn on the air fryer. The food was cooking for 25 minutes or whatever, the store-away food. I take it out. We're about to eat it. Well, after the whole time, I take out something I scooped up. It was a silicone packet. Yeah, a silicone packet. I never took it out of the Pyrex dish. Do you believe it? Thank God it didn't explode or anything. I mean, some of the silicone packets are safe, I guess, but I don't think this was a safe one where it's the kitty litter, like the regular silicone. I think it was something else because it was a store-bought silicone. I don't know. If you ever have store-away food, make sure when you cook it, you take that out of the Mylar bag, jar, whatever. At least we didn't have company serving this, because they would have been like mortified, you know, like, what are you serving us? Okay, that's it. I'll have another episode for you. But just something a little lighter. I hope you find some goofy things to laugh about. And with spring being here, just have some good times. There's a new friend, and she just said that she wanted to go dancing, and another friend. So she wants to take me out for my birthday and tear up the floors, I guess. It's been a while. I think out of college, we would go out dancing and so forth. Not that I went clubbing a whole lot or anything like that, maybe just a few times in my life, but it's good to just celebrate and have some good times with friends and people. Make time just to do fun things, stay safe, and enjoy your spring.